Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here with yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's funky blues, finger style. We're tuned to open G. This is a G string. This is an A string tuned down to G. And a D string tuned normal to D. And a G string tuned normal to G. Super common open G tuning. Let's get right to it. I'm using my fingers on this one, and we're doing a shuffle in the key of G, which is what the guitar is tuned to. I'm using my fingers to do the picking here, so it makes it a little bit more funky. So I'm doing individual picking on some of the strings here, and sometimes I'm not. I'm just kind of mixing it up a little bit. So 1-4-5 chord progression is what the blues is, and we're tuned to G, so G is the key that we're in. So that's the 1 chord. The 4 chord is going to be C, which is your 5th fret, and your 5 chord is going to be the 7th fret. So you've got three chords. You've got your G chord and your C chord and your D chord. It's called the 1, the 4, and the 5. It's the 1 chord in the key, the 4 chord, and the 5. We won't get into all that right now. Basically, just 3 chords is all you need, and we're doing finger picking here to make it a little bit more funky. So I've got my thumb on the 3rd string, I've got my 1st finger on the 2nd string, and my 2nd finger on the 3rd string. So let's take a look at the right hand here. So I'm doing a little bit of finger picking here, and I'm choking the chord. So the way you do this is 1 finger per string. So I can choke either with the fretting hand, or I can choke with the picking hand. So what I'm doing is playing the chord, thumb on the 3rd string, 1st finger on the 2nd, and my 2nd finger on the 3rd. And I'm choking with the same hand that is picking. It gives you a lot more, let's just say, a lot more options. So let's take a look at the left hand. This is the shuffle. I'm playing all 3 strings at once, and I'm using my 1st finger to go up to the 2nd fret. So I'm starting out with no fingers at all. Then I got my 1st finger on 2-2. Then I've got my 2nd finger on 2-3. Then I can just go right back down. So let's take a look at the right hand. Let's look at it from this angle. Notice how I'm choking every single chord and every single note. And by choke, I mean killing the notes. And I'm killing the notes with the same note, same hand that created the notes. I'm not using my pinky at all. I'm just using that to anchor my hand to the guitar. So that last little lick there, it's just thumb and 1st finger. So I've got my 1st finger down here on the 2nd string at that point. So if we look at the right hand, I'm playing that 2nd string with my thumb, and my 1st finger plays the 1st string. When I play this part, I'm playing all 3 strings at the same time. I've got my thumb on the 3rd string, like I said earlier, and my 1st finger's on the 2nd, and my 3rd finger is on the first. So on that part, do-da-do-da, I'm playing the second string with my thumb, and I'm playing the first string open with my first finger. So that's the pattern of the finger picking for all three chords. And this would be the G chords. Let's take a look at both hands. Now, if you look real close, I'm also choking with my fretting hand. Real close with the left hand. Remember, I'm playing all three strings at the same time. Now that chord right there is the 4 chord, and I'm on the 5th fret playing the same thing. Same fingers on this, same finger picking on the right hand. Now notice I'm using my pinky. I can use my 3rd finger as well. Either way is fine. So the way to keep that funky is to do the muting with your picking hand, your right hand, if you're right-handed. So remember, all 3 strings being plucked at the same time. Now sometimes I mix it up and I'll use my 1st finger instead of walking from my 1st finger to the 2nd finger. So if I do that, that's just force of habit. I jump around, I change stuff up all the time. On this part right here, I'm sliding my pinky up. Now you could use your 3rd finger, like I said earlier, and then your pinky. So let me show you a couple other tricks you can do. I'm using my thumb on the 2nd string here, and my 1st finger is plucking the 1st string open. And when I play that last chord, I'm using all 3 fingers, 1 on each string. I've got my thumb on the 3rd string, my 1st finger on the 2nd, and my 2nd finger on the 3rd. That makes it funky, so everything is choked. Now that's a simple walk-up. I'm not doing the individual walk-up on 1 string, which is another option. I'm playing all 3 strings all the way up. And that's pretty straightforward. I'm just using, again, 1 finger on each string, and I'm walking up. I've got the top 2 strings open, and I'm walking on the 3rd string. Now I'm ready to go to the 4 chord, which is C. Now this is a little tricky here. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the first finger and second finger. And over here I'm using the pinky. So basically everything is choked. That's what you call a turnaround. So on that one, I'm sliding down and then walking up from 5 to 6 to 7. So let's do that slow. Again, even slower. That takes us up to the 5 chord for the turnaround. So again, that's walking up on that 3rd string with the first 2 strings open. So the main thing you want to keep in mind here is keeping the tempo steady, and I'm using all 3 strings with the open notes. So have fun with that. Please subscribe and check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one since 2004. And we'll see you next time.